The most beautiful love letter, a true story from Croatia. Long, long ago, when the Balkans faced a threat from the invading Ottoman army, a brotherhood was formed to protect the Balkan people. This brotherhood, known as the Order of the Dragon, was headed by the greatest man of the time, Sigismund, who was the king of Hungary and Croatia, Stefan Lazarević, the king of Serbia, and Vlad II, the ruler of Vlachia, whose son achieved famous immortality by taking the name of the Order of the Dragon as his own. One woman was amongst the founders, the wife of Sigismund, a formidable woman named Barbara of Celle. Barbara would be the only female member of the Order of the Dragon for 700 years, although they were very powerful women who surrounded the men belonging to the order, including the Blood Countess Elizabeth Bathory. The order kept their promise, constantly fighting to defend the Balkans from the Ottomans who advanced further and further. The members were renowned warriors, but as strong as they were, they lost more and more lands and more blood as they were forced to retreat. Still, they kept fighting valiantly and helped the Austrian emperor achieve a miraculous and stunning victory at the Battle of St. Gotthard. The members of the order believed that the Austrians would use this victory and help them advance and regain the lands that had been lost by the Croatians and Hungarians. But Emperor Leopold had no wish to continue fighting and allow the Ottomans to make an advantageous peace which allowed them to remain in Hungary and Croatia. It was too much to bear. Led by the Ban of Croatia, Petar Zrinski, and his brother-in-law, Fran Krsto Frankopan, the Hungarian and Croatian magnates set about a conspiracy to break free of Austrian control and regain the land that had been lost to the Ottoman advances and the Peace of Vasvar. Planning their movements and searching for allies from the stronghold of Ozalj Castle in Croatia, the conspiracy was betrayed by the very allies whose help they sought. Zrinski and Frankopan were ordered to appear before the court in Vienna and promised they would not face death or imprisonment for their crimes. Emperor Leopold had no intention of keeping his promise. Zrinski and Frankopan were arrested and sentenced to death as soon as they arrived. On the eve of his execution in Austria, Petar Zrinski wrote the most beautiful love letter of the medieval times to his wife Katarina. This is what he said: "My dear soul, I must humbly beg of you that you would not grieve yourself to excess at the sight of this letter. Tomorrow, madame, I must tell you, at about 10 in the morning, your brother and I will lose our heads. Today we have taken our last farewell of each other, and now I have also come to say farewell to you, my dear heart, forever. I beg you to please forgive me all things I have done in my lifetime which have offended you. God, who has created me, will have pity on me, I hope. For tomorrow I have to be in His presence, that we may see each other in eternal glory before His throne. As to anything else, I can write nothing, neither concerning my son or any possession I have in this world, as I have given it all to the will of God. Please do not take this too much to heart, for this is the will of God." Neustadt, the 29th of April, being the last day of my life, 7 at night in the year 1671. God preserve and bless you and my daughter Aurora Veronica. Amen. And then Ban Petar Zrinski and Fran Krsto Frankopan were put to death. Katarina Zrinski, well known as a brilliant woman who was also the first woman to publish a book, was also punished, sent to a convent where she soon died. 10 years later, when the Ottomans broke the peace brokered at the Vassar and appeared at the very walls of Vienna, Emperor Leopold found that his most experienced generals had been executed 10 years before. Vienna was on the verge of being lost until the Ottomans were suddenly defeated by the Polish army.